Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the
Guys.
Bevarse Batch. Yeah, and this week we have a very special episode. We have Leo review, our second and non-third, whatever the hell is non-Telugu movie review. So, without further ado, let's begin. This is a fully spoiler review. We'll start off non-spoiler for the first few minutes, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the episode.
Dude, did you guys already have your non-spoiler at the theater, the
Yeah,
post?
yeah,
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 let's
yeah.
just
Dude.
go in
Yeah,
let's just go in direct spoilers.
yeah, dude, we got our
We're getting it off.
dedicated audio. No, dude, can you guys stop? Can you separate our audio viewers from our physical viewers? Have some
Oh yeah,
respect for
we
the
didn't
people
post that
listening.
on Spotify, right? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. Spotify listeners, go watch our video.
Yeah.
Wow, so loving.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, yeah, Spotify listeners subscribe to that shit.
yeah, we have like 12 subscribers. Please
Yesterday
help
we
us out.
hit the 10 subscriber milestone a month ago, I think. So
Yeah.
we have double digits, guys.
Um,
Wow.
and then the Leo non-spoiler review actually got like 150 views, I think, maybe more
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the Tamil people. Yeah, if you're Tamil, it's mostly
Yeah.
gonna be in English anyways. But yeah, so I guess we can get started. Fuck it, let's do spoilers then.
Yeah, just go full
Okay, if
spoilers.
you want to see the spoiler
Uh,
free, it's up on our YouTube, same name as our podcast. You can watch it. Yeah, I mean, there's once again, I mean, this is not some Christopher Nolan movie to have spoilers. Like, you know exactly what's going to happen when you see the trailer.
That's
Yeah,
okay. You want to start with like positives or what?
yeah. Fucking Talapati Vijay, dude. I mean, this guy the Tamil Mahesh Babu, right? So instead of messages, he does Atlee movies like the triple action, double action. You know,
Yeah, he
but
thinks he's good.
yeah, he acted well. Acting like he kind of moonwalks, right? Sleepwalked to his last few movies. He's good in this one. He shows range. I liked him more as the Parthiban character. The Leo character is kind of ass. Like we've seen that same character done by everyone. Even I'm sure even fucking Brahmanandam has done that character at some point. So Parthiban character was good. Vijay was good to watch, and then his chemistry with Trisha was also good. Um, Trisha herself, we'll talk about later, but just starting off with those 2 points. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
doing
no,
one positive at a time.
okay. Yeah, no, I liked Vijay. I've only seen like a few of his other movies, and he was definitely a lot better in this than compared to those. I think he really gave it his all. Even then, it was like nothing crazy. It was like pretty like okay, like he did a good job. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like amazing Oscar-worthy performance, you know. But yeah, so yeah, Vijay was good. I think one of my biggest, I think positives I could say is I actually like the first half. Like I think first half is like actually not bad. It's a pretty good movie by the end of the first half. Like when you're at the interval point, I was interested. I was, I bought into the movie and I was like, okay, I'm excited to see what's in the second half. So it brought those like emotions out of me by the end of the first half, and like I like that. So overall, I would say the first half is like a big positive for me. There are some dipping points in there, but not to the extent of like it would be nitpicking if I were to like point some things out because there's obviously some slow points in the first half also. I mean, okay, the hyena scene aside, but whatever. We'll get to that later. But like after the hyena scene, everything after that I think was like pretty good, solid. They set it up really well. Um, and my biggest positive, it's in the first half. It's that one action scene in the coffee shop when like Vijay's coffee shop, when those like four goons or whatever come in. I think they killed the action there. Like it was actually like some really top-notch level like choreography that they did. And also that like psycho character, the villain psycho character. Honestly, that guy was a better villain than the actual villains of the whole movie. Like I actually was like by him, I was more like freaked out of what he's gonna do to Vijay's daughter or like that one worker girl that was in Vijay's coffee shop. Like I was more scared of that scenario than I was of like Sanjay Dutt coming back and like hunting Leo down or like whatever the story went in the second half. So yeah, that action scene and like the first half is like a big positive of mine.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I think pretty much the same thing. I mean, Vijay did good. I think that first half is entertaining enough. At midpoint, you're interested to see what happens. But another thing that I kind of, I mean, the coffee scene, right? The fight and everything that was good. I really enjoyed the BGM with that because it was like some weird I think it was it was either a Tamil song or a Telugu song in the background, but it was like very like uniquely like done because it's not anything like it's more of a light-hearted type of you know, it just doesn't it's not typical. So I thought that was good. Um and yeah, I mean some of the dialogues from that villain, like chocolate coffee, that was pretty fire. So pretty
That was
entertaining.
a good impersonation.
Yeah.
You almost look like him too.
Yeah, so I mean there's some good parts. I mean, good highlighting points in the first half that I find entertaining. And like you mentioned, right, that the chocolate coffee guy was fucking intimidating, and I thought they just kind of like I feel like if he had something, if he contributed more to the movie, it could have been something more, could have added to the overall story. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
I agree with all your guys' points. One of the things that I found interesting was like Vijay being a dad, and I liked his dynamic between his wife and his like children. Forever 5 minutes that it was, I thought, these days superstars don't want to have age shown in movies. So when they show that they have children and there's a whole dynamic, I really like how they did that one.
And
Yeah.
just wait, Meenakshi's in his next movie. So whatever benefits he did, he's gonna ruin that with Meenakshi in his
Not even
next movie.
gonna watch his next movie. The reason why I watched this movie is because it has all the LCU hype and everything, and I generally like Lokesh's movies, so that's why like I watched it. But otherwise, I would never watch this guy's movie. You know that one meme? You guys watch
This
that one
guy's
meme?
movies.
You know that one meme where it's like Anta Nikos me bawa tiklor ko sangkad. Have you seen that meme where they were
Yeah,
talking about for Lokesh but not for fucking Vijay? Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like that's like every Telugu audience.
yeah, dude.
You
And
watched
like,
Tamaka in theaters, right?
Dude,
dude,
what
shut the fuck
relation
up.
does that
You like
have?
Brahmotsavam.
It's
Yeah, you can't even
The
fucking
literally
talk.
it's literally Ravi Teja. How does that have any relation to fucking Vijay?
That's fine. His favorite movie is fucking Brahmotsavam.
That's fire
Anyways,
song, so pretty banging.
Not true at all.
nah, shut the fuck up, dude. All I have to say is, yeah, I mean, is that it? We really covered all the pros.
I think okay, I had like one more. I think a lot of people kind of gave Anirudh hate for this movie, but I like the BGM. Like I thought a couple of the songs were like pretty cool. The Ordinary Man song, I like that song a lot. Even and then the Bloody Sweet song is like pretty good too. And the look at the Badass Uma song like kind of grew on me, even though it's like shit lyrics, like cringy as fuck, but I still liked it.
I thought
So I
Anirudh,
think I did a decent job. I mean, I don't think he deserves that much hate.
I think he did. I think he was pretty bad. In my
Yeah.
opinion, of Japalante, like I usually even in a movie like Jailer, which is pretty like it's not the greatest movie. The BGM elevates it. In movies like this, I know Abi said fight scene he liked the Tamil throwback song, but I didn't grow up with that song. And yeah, it was refreshing, but like it was we watched Telugu dub by the way, so there might be a little bit of bias in our review. I don't know if Abi watched Tamil. For sure didn't
No,
watch
I
Tamil.
watched. No, there's no way I can do that now.
Yeah. So we watched Tamil, and I just like the BGM you give to certain scenes elevates it, especially like a movie like Leo deserved it. And to be honest, Badass Ma was the only good thing I liked, but that was not there. Like Nah Ready or even the
That
fine
song was
dubbing's
terrible.
dubbing's bad, but even original Na Kanta Nachaledu, like I thought this was Anirudh's worst work in a long time. Um, and I thought score was disappointing. And one thing I just didn't like is, he clearly just seemed like one thing that's very evident in this movie is everyone seems like they phoned it in except Vijay. Like even like Lokesh, I was like, fuck, like Lokesh is barely trying. It seems like Vijay gave it his all, but everyone else was sort of like, kind of phoned it in, which is exactly what I thought the opposite would happen. Nanakana Vijay would come on set and do his fucking Varsu acting, and I thought Lokesh would give him like a career best script, but yeah,
I felt like that for the second half, but for the first half, I thought Lokesh showed up to work. But for the second half, I thought it was like a completely different director. Like it doesn't even feel like the same movie.
yeah.
Yeah. That
That was a
I
huge
think
pro, yeah,
that's all
first
I
half.
have for like
Yeah.
pros. That's all I have. If you guys
Yeah.
can think of
First half I liked a lot. And they like, okay, so like the cinema, they have this bullshit, bonding with the family, Jailer too. They give us like a 5 minute song and expect us to connect with the family. They did the same thing in Jailer, did the same thing in Leo. Besides the first 20 minutes, panicking on the hyena scene, I thought the first half was really good. I agree with you. The tension after he kills the coffee guy, like Maishkin and his gang, after he
Mhm.
kills them, until the interval bang was really nice. Until like I was on the edge of my seat, I was invested. Napoleon's entry was really good, and I was like, okay, like Vijay is showing good acting. You know, there's actually good stuff going on. Pacing was excellent. Gautam Menon, overacting as usual, but like despite that, like it was really well done. That first like that 50-minute stretch. And one more thing I liked is he's very vulnerable in this movie. And the Chupa star, like he's like clearly like there's literally a song saying I'm shit scared, right? So he's like clearly scared, he's clearly paranoid. And instead of like being the alpha male, like solving every situation, you see him panic a lot. Cinema, like the rage when he chokes a police officer, or when he comes home at the fear of getting invaded, and even when he scolds Napoleon. They're all very good scenes in the first half. So credit where credit is due. First half Chala Bagun to the end, like he ropes you in, and I just think like there was some really good chemistry between Maishkin and the psychopath. I forget his name. What was his name? Did he even
I
have a
don't
name?
know. He did. He had something. I don't know what they
Okay.
called him.
Well, Chocolate Coffee and his boss were really like funny to watch, the dynamic. And I was
Mhm.
so sad when they died because I was like, damn, just give us them back and give us a movie about a normal guy living in a town with psycho killers with a dark past. Don't show us the past and just make the whole movie about that. Make it like a thriller murder mystery. Instead, they bring over actor Arjun and over actor Sanjay Dutt and just completely just waste the fuck out of them. But yeah,
Yeah, those are the worst fucking villains.
but
But
I'm
we'll
going to negatives. Yeah. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, do you guys have any other positives? Like, yeah, like my biggest positive, like I said, that action scene, everything about it, like was just crazy. Like even before the action scene, you can kind of see like in Vijay's acting like that he didn't want to like make an action scene. Like he actually like was like, okay, I'll fucking succumb to your demands and like I'll give you your coffee, like all that stuff. And then even when the situation that like sticks out to me a lot is like when the psycho guy was like near his daughter, and then the psycho guy's boss was like near the other girl, like had like a knife to her throat. He was like, "What do I do?" And you can clearly tell, like in his face, that he was kind of shaken, like he didn't know what to do. And then he obviously like kills him with the gun. But all of that was amazing. Like it was really, really cool to see that.
Abhi and Ankit, before we move on to the meat of the episode, you guys have anything you want to share? Or...
I mean,
No,
just
dude.
the cinematography. If you guys talked about that, thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, honestly, I stopped even mentioning it because it's a given in even the most shit of movies. Cinematography is never bad.
yeah. Until you watch Bola Shankar, then you
Oh,
know.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
No, dude.
Abhi was
Bola
listening
Mania.
to Bola Mania yesterday
Yeah,
when he called me.
dude, it was too hype,
Oh
bro.
my God.
Dude, the fire. It's got some nice hypeness to it.
Can you imagine
Written by
Chiranjeevi?
Huh? What'd you
Can you
say?
imagine Chiranjeevi and Leo? He'd be like,
Oh,
chocolate coffee.
no,
I
he would just overact with his eyes. Like you just give
yeah, we
the
just give the
eyes
Godfather
look
look,
at him.
the little
The eyes on
And the
him.
villain would die on the spot. Dies from cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start off with negatives. We'll let you and Ankit start since we did.
Yeah.
We'll piggyback off of you two.
Well, that's good. All right. So negatives, man. I think the whole second half, really, literally the whole entire second half is it just like you don't expect. Like I was like shook, like the whole scapegoat to escape human concept. Like I literally was like, dude, what the fuck was going on? I didn't understand. I was like, why is he trying to sacrifice one of his two kids there? And dude, there's like was it is that a dialogue is like oh, this is just like Hello Brother, except this is a Amma instead of a buy or some shit, right?
Yeah, there's a dialogue like that.
There's some
Yeah,
Dude,
bullshit.
dude, I was like,
yeah.
asal yabadidi. Like, where did she fucking come from?
Wait,
Yeah, bro.
her entrance is just like she just
Just
kind of
shows
comes
up.
from his back. Like she was like hiding behind him or something, and like suddenly comes out into the frame. And I was like, where does she come from?
And they
Yeah.
have matching outfits too that
Yeah, and
day.
they're
I don't
wearing
know why.
matching outfits also. I was like, this is terrible.
Abby, continue. I like where this is going. I like your thought process.
Yeah, no, so I think the skate, yeah, I mean, like she came out of nowhere and like the whole brother dialogue, like does it loses its like interest like right when I mean Sanjay Dutt character comes, he's okay, you're like, okay, this there's some connection of Leo. He's thinking that this dude, Parthiban is his son. And you're just trying to like understand like why does he believe that? You're kind of following, but like once you understand like he goes back into the flashback um and you get to know Leo the actual character like it doesn't there's no like substance to like what you're seeing like it's just like he's just a fucking rash dude that just like that, that's just like that's his character so you don't have any type of like motive or any type of feel to Leo as a character right so it's like you just like and he just for me that's what is like I don't it's hard to really connect and I just lost that interest and yeah it just takes a toll and it takes a downhill spiral from there so um yeah
And Keith, what
Um,
about you?
I mean, his flashback is just what, like, he gets caught by the guy, like, in the woods. He comes, shoots, and kills Anurag Kashyap's character, and then he does Naredi, and then his sister dies. And it's like three, four scenes plus a song, and they don't give him any personality at all, other than like
yeah
the typical Telugu Tamil like rowdy type. So I think flashback was done terribly, and talking about the bad guys, like he's so superstitious, but then like that's the only thing that we see in the movie. He doesn't try doing some other superstitious stuff again at the end with
exactly
Leo. Like that point is there only for a character to die that was introduced two scenes earlier and then goes nowhere. And then like what's it called? They don't show what he did in the meanwhile, like after the factory burnt down. They still have money. Like I don't know why they wanted even more or like why they needed Leo to come back. I thought the villains were the worst part of the movie because there was such little like thought put into them, and they were just 2D characters. Which the interval, like it showed like some cool interest. I thought maybe they'd have more 3D like rounding, but they were just flat.
Yeah. I mean, you guys covered it. Like the flashback is the terrible worst part of the movie. I think within the flashback, the worst part was Madonna, right? That's her name. His
Yeah,
sister.
oh
Sebastian.
his
yeah.
sister
Yeah.
yeah I think
Yeah,
so
I think the worst part is Madonna. I mean, she was her character was written so bad. Terrible, terrible. Like, okay, yeah, just nakinti. Like, why I don't care. Like, I'm not emotionally invested in her character. Like, you showed me her
yeah
for like 5 minutes, and then
exactly
within 5 minutes, within two dialogues, she dies. So it's like, why would I care that like his sister died? And like I'm not bought into her character at all. So I think that was like the worst part, and that's just lazy writing and terrible. I mean, I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea to do that. They could have easily thought of ways for Leo to be like disgusted about his family and like leave the family business or something, right? Like so many things they could have thought of, but I don't understand why, like you were saying, Abhi, like the fucking sacrificing concept was used. And then on
yeah
top of that, the Madonna character, like they were just like bad choices after bad choices in the flashback. Um, but yeah, yeah, I think the flashback was the biggest part. And then we touched on the hyena scene a little bit. I think that was also like a terrible start to the movie. It really just like it doesn't really draw you in. Like comparing because kind of similar. If you look at NTR and the Tiger, right, in RR, that's like 10 times 100 times better because you're in it, like you're in it with NTR there, like in that scene, and like you fear the tiger just as much as he does, like in that scene. But in this it's like you can clearly tell, first of all, okay, the graphics are like okay, but for the most part you can just tell. I think this might have been maybe Vijay's acting, but like you can tell there's nothing in front of him. Like he was just kind of like fidgeting around, like he wasn't really doing anything and just running in circles, like kind of a thing, right? So the choreography with the hyena thing did not work out. And then the graphics here and there, like that I could do it also. But yeah. my biggest thing was the second half was just like straight like downfall. Like it was just terrible. Um, I mean, I'll get to the other points later, but go ahead, Akil, if you want to get to yours.
Yeah. You said he was scared of the tiger in RRR. You're talking about the CGI tiger, right? Scared of the Yang tiger.
Oh my God. Please,
Okay, that was a
please,
bad. I should have
just,
said it.
I'll delete that cringe joke from this. Go ahead, continue.
No, I won't let it happen. I have the original audio file. I'm not letting you delete shit. But
No, no.
dude, yeah, I mean, fucking the second we saw Madonna on screen, every single one of us knew just what like everyone in the audience knew damn well what was about to happen, and that is where the movie flops. Also, who the hell taught Arjun dancing? Did you guys see him in Not Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
remember we saw that
Dude,
and we were like, what
he,
the fuck was he doing?
he knows his sister or brother both about to be killed, and he goes downstairs and has a duet song with them.
The way they
Meanwhile,
edited that was like terrible.
like he's one scene he's like telling Anthony to kill Leo, and then next scene he comes downstairs and he's like having the worst dancing I've ever fucking seen. Right? So terrible. And my god, dude, the stupid eagle when they kept panning, it was like oh every 5 seconds when he's burning down the factory. I was like, Mundu Dani Champe, like I don't care about PETA, like just kill that stupid CGI bird. Um, like for fuck's sake, dude, what a stupid use. And the car sequence, my God, Napoleon bite me don't do, and then Napoleon is an old ass man. All of a sudden, he just disappears. Like Vijay just
They tried to
throws him
cover
off
that
the
up.
bike.
They
Yeah,
tried to cover that up by saying he like fell off and like had all the
yeah,
whatever like
my
damage.
ass, dude. He was
Yeah,
going like 90 miles an hour. If
yeah,
if
he should have
Napoleon
died.
falls off, it's GG.
Yeah.
He'll be like the other Napoleon, like written in history books, and that's about it. But Banikim on the graphics, dude. Like it started off cool, but like no need for all that, dude. No need for this low budget Grand Theft, like some video game sequence, right? Hyena was Rod. I mean, it fucking looked like it was so funny seeing Vijay run. It's like very similar to like
yeah.
Sidearm Tage in recent Virupaksha. He ran in multiple scenes, and then he would always end the run by taking his shirt off, right, Avi? He'd always like take his shirt off at the end of a run at the middle of a fight, and I hated the car sequence. I hated the hyena stuff. I hated the flashback. I mean, what a lazy fucking reason, dude. Bringing in a supporting actress, killing her. They did the same shit in movies like Rebel, which came out a decade ago. From one of the more innovative directors in Hollywood, like this is not what I expect. And there's even some like rabid fanboys on Reddit threads defending the movie, saying, Lokesh touched on sacrifice, which no one's done. It's a brave move. I'm like, Danny, he probably smoked a joint and had to come up with a reason to get revenge. And it's like, probably knew Balia's movie was coming out, so just used a real life story. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing creative in that. There's nothing daring in that. What a terrible like history of violence, motherfucker. He just remade Rebel, right? Like he just remade like Basha Rebel. Like fuck paying
I mean,
homage to that movie.
all these movies are pretty much a remake of that. Like, there's even a Jagat Babu movie that came out. I forgot what it
I
was
saw
called, but I
that.
saw a meme of it. Yeah, it's a
So,
blatant
I
ripoff of
too.
History of Violence.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, and if Jagapati Babu did that, like, no one cares to watch his movies, let alone, watch another version of that a decade later. Kani climax was the worst part, dude. Andar ke dal se ud Leo ani, and then on top of that, the Buccalo dialogue when he reveals to Sanjay Dutt and Arjun, Nene Leo da. It's like, wow. Like, we didn't know, sir. What an acting. Like, why the fuck? Dude, I'm getting
That's your
pissed,
positive,
dude.
right? Vijay's acting. We couldn't tell. We didn't know it was real.
Yeah, dude. Even when I give a positive, it's like you got to put an asterisk on top of it, like terms and conditions.
Terms and conditions, yeah.
Dude, if
I
I
mean,
can keep going. So if you guys want to take over, like I'll finish up later, but I can go for a good 20 minutes. So you guys can take over if you have anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the whole fight with Sanjay Dutt was unbearable to watch.
Terrible.
They shot that in like some green screen, like you can clearly tell the cars looked fake, the lighting looked fake. This is where the cinematography failed right here. It was so bad wherever they were. I don't know why they couldn't just get 2 more days in Kashmir and shoot that fight. It wasn't like they were doing some crazy choreography in that fight scene. It was just basic shit. Like Sanjay Dutt is like what, 60, 70? You can't really do much with him anyways. So like yeah, 2 more days in Kashmir, knock that out, and you would have been set. It was a terrible fight scene for such a big moment of the movie too. First of all, like
Yeah.
killing Sanjay Dutt was like a big moment, right? Ruined that. That fight scene with Arjun was like not bad. It was okay. Like it was pretty good. but nowhere near the level of the coffee shop fight scene, but it was still like good. Um, yeah, the fight scenes were terrible, and yeah, man, like the whole ending too, like where he just like burns it down and leaves. It's like I don't know, it's just not. It doesn't like it's like hit you like it's not like a good ending. Like it's just like whatever. And that's the whole second half. It just takes you like down this train of like one after the other, like just bringing you down from the first half highs, you know? Like it just like leaves you at like a bottom. Like it just like, what the hell did I just watch? And then you walk out of the theater with that feeling. Even if this was like reversed, like if like second half was the first half and the first half of the second half, like the levels of emotions the audience feels, it would have been like we probably would have loved it, honestly. Like if we went out of the theater with the high that the first half like gave to us, I think we would have been like, oh, this movie's actually like really good and like crazy. But ruining the second half is like wrecking the movie essentially. Like even no matter how good the first half is. So that's why the second half is just the biggest negative of this movie. Did you
I
guys have
agree because
oh,
yeah.
yeah, Ankit, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what you were saying with the fight scenes, one thing I realized, like they use a lot of innovative technology, like having the camera go everywhere, but then they didn't do anything with it. Like the camera was just moving a lot and it felt like it was just a lot of stuff going on instead of like having a one track, like having one choreographed fight scene. It was just like, oh, here's like this cool new maneuver we have. Like we'll go here, we'll go here, we'll go here. But it's like a lot of nothing going on, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That they did that eagle eye view or whatever. That was like, yeah, that was stupid. It's just like what I call like it's like just like visual noise. That's like the best term. It's just like yeah, like ఏదో జరుగుతుంది, but it's like you're not emotionally connected to it, so you don't really feel anything for it, you know? That's how I felt the whole second half was. Also, Trisha, we didn't touch on that. We were gonna talk about that. Trisha's character was such a waste. I mean, yeah, she was good in the scenes with their families and like the bonding and everything, but overall, if you look at her character, like what was the reason for her to be in the story involved? Like there's really no reason. Also, the stupidest thing, like when Leo goes back to his like, you know, Das and Co. like facility, in the second half, like towards the end, like towards the climax, the Trisha and her kids are still living in that damn house. They know people are gonna fucking come for them, but they still stay there and they still stay like sleep there as if it's all good. They're actually sleeping, and then the people come and like wake them up because all the booby traps, whatever they showed that scene, but I thought it was like so illogical. Like if that happened in like a actual scenario, like there's no way the wife and kids will be like, okay, yeah, we'll still stay in our house even though we know the attackers will come here. So I thought that was kind of dumb that they did that. So there's like a lot of like illogical scenes in the second half.
Yeah, they should
Super
have
fun,
done.
yeah.
They should have pulled Karate Kalyani in this movie, right, Avi? Like Shruti Hassan and fucking crack. Have Trisha start doing
Like,
jujitsu
yeah,
on the fucking bad
That'd be fuck.
guys.
if she
Wow.
did that and then they did like some Agent Tina type reveal, I would have been like, all right, this is actually a waste.
That'd have been better than the fucking hit two reveal with the goddamn CGI hyena
The
coming out.
hyena coming out, yeah.
Subramanyam.
Subramania. Dude, that's literally why they put the hyena mode. They knew they want to end it off with that. So they
Yeah,
literally just
that's why they
that's
put the
literally why
whole
they put the whole intro scene with the fucking
intro.
hyena.
Yeah.
Dude, the biggest negative in this movie is when Trisha and Vijay are arguing and he starts singing Dance Monkey to his kid in the middle of like a
Yeah.
meeting.
Oh yeah,
I was dying.
It
yeah,
was crazy.
that's
I
uh
was dying.
that's some top tier acting right there.
That's
Apparently
wild.
that's in the
Yeah.
Tamil version too. And
Wow.
I'm like genuinely, even when Mahesh Babu makes a shit movie, like Telugu people won't like SVP, like we were like, dude, fuck this guy. But what
Not
Vijay is
Abhi though.
very
Abhi loved that movie, right, Abhi?
he liked it
Yeah, no.
until we convinced him he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He mind dobby, you know. But
Yeah.
dude, it's like he's very lucky to have his fans, I will say. And the Kante like pulling off every flaw we've talked about, and people still saying this movie is better than Haiti and Managaram, and some people giving it like an 8 out of 10 is baffling, you know. And they like pure just love for their hero. But yeah, like Sai said, it's Sanjay Dutt fight was terrible. A murder weapon is generating in the movie scene. Actually, you can see it like going in and out of the frame, like it's like glitching. And the reveals were just really bad, and and that song had me dying too. The I'm gonna pee part.
Yeah.
That was
It's
is
like
that the shit scared song? They ended off
It's
like that,
scared.
it
right?
was good
Scared,
until
Yeah, it was good until
that
that.
went.
yeah. Yeah, gonna be. Yeah, that's funny.
Do you guys have any other points for negatives?
No,
No.
I think you covered
In
most of it.
Basically covered it by saying the second half.
Yeah,
Honestly, like in short and sweet, second half is why
second
the
half.
movie sucks.
Yeah.
Bloody sweet.
Yeah,
Dude,
bloody
what
sweet.
about LCU connection? You guys thought that was a fucking waste, right? Like, there was no need to have it in there.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, honestly, like
forced.
if I'm being frank, like I'm not even bought into this LZU concept. Like
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
really care
either.
about it. So when they did it, I was like, okay, like cool. I guess for people that like the LCU, like it's cool for them. But I wasn't really like a huge fan
Yeah,
of
so
it.
I mean,
what is the LCU connection? I don't even
it's
know.
So at the end, when Kamal Hassan calls him, he's like, what is it? He's like, "Oka factory blow up just the hero on now," or some shit like that.
he's
And
like,
then he like
"What?
Oh,
recruits them. Yeah.
And he has his Avengers team with him.
Yeah, he has like
oh,
a boost Avengers team in his basement. Yeah.
I thought all of them
that's
fucking
crazy.
died in Vikram. Anyways, didn't all the agents die? It's just him and a
No, it's like
steel
the new
rod and
ones.
yeah. But dude, what I didn't get is like, Kaidi. There's like a nice established character. Vikram Amar is like a cop, and then Vikram, he's obviously this fucking old ass spy. Why do you need a coffee? Like, why do you need Leo Das? The weakest movie in Lokesh's filmography, and connect that to some of your most promising work. Like, all interest was lost the second they made it an LCU movie, and it wasn't even good. I was like, dope best at it because when you attach, Kamal Hassan is a superstar, whatever, but he's old generation, right? And he's very experimental, unlike Chiranjeevi Balakrishna. So, exception of him, like Fahad Fasil and Karthi are still on the come up. But if you take a big star like Vijay and add him to a cinematic universe, it's gonna be like Warta. It's just gonna turn into like fucking budget. Like, Vijay's gonna end up killing like Rolex and everyone. At least gonna like Lokesh is gonna be forced to do that.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly, I don't see this like the combination, whatever you want to call it, the Avengers level movie. I don't see it being like that great. Like, I think it's gonna be a shit show. Like, it's gonna turn into a mass masala type of a movie because you have like all these like so-called stars like Vijay and all these people in there. So you have to have it like a mass. That's what the second half of this movie is. It became a generic mass masala movie in the second half of this movie.
it was barely a movie in the second half. Felt like I was watching a fucking compilation of cringe. Yeah, I'm done, dude. I can't say anymore. It's just like it's I think especially like I never thought I'd say this, but I actually enjoyed a Balakrishna movie over a Lokesh Kanagaraj movie. Avi, I don't know if you watched
I,
Bhagwant Kesari, but
no, I
I
have
think you'd
not.
agree.
So
I think
I
you'd
still
agree.
have
Did you watch
yeah,
our
so
review of it? Our non-spoiler review?
the non-spoiler I did, yeah. But
Nice.
I have yet to watch a Balakrishna movie in my life, so
I watched
so
Paisa
Are you being
Vasool in
serious?
theaters.
You never saw anything?
I have not seen
Like
anything from
even
start to finish.
by like a long time ago, like you never saw any of them?
Not start to finish. I've seen like
Damn,
clips, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
wild.
respectable.
It's because like my mom like hates him with like a passion. So it's like it's
Wow.
like I can't even like like she influenced my dad. I'm like, oh, so that we should never go. But I guess I gotta try it out since we're Beavers now.
Yeah, yeah, Bear's bad. Yeah, I made a vow to never watch one actor's movies start to end. Sai Panjat
My God,
Upana
Vaishnav
star,
Tej.
breakout star. Yeah, Vaishnav
Yeah,
Tej.
yeah.
Yeah.
His new one's coming out too soon.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah.
multifaceted Sri Leela, the
It's really, yeah.
woman with 11
Oh,
projects in her
yeah.
pipeline.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
If
I
the
mean,
Bears fans request it, we shall go.
no, who's we? which
All right,
which fans are gonna
we'll
request
send
us?
we'll send Ankit. We'll sacrifice him.
We'll send Ankit and Gautam,
Yeah,
our,
I'm
our
down.
backup league.
No, Kata it has Srila in it. You'll go for her, right?
No, no, no. I can't. I can't.
Dude,
It's
also,
she's in Guntur
also,
Karam, so it's fine.
what a
Yeah, we'll
waste
see
of that
Guntur
sun
Farm.
character, dude. What a waste of the sun. Also, like with that javelin throw, he didn't even peek anything. He didn't even kill a single villain.
Oh yeah.
I thought they'd
And
use
then
it
they
at
made
some
him
point.
like a drug deal or like what a drug dealer or something at towards the end. He
Yeah,
was
for
like
no
smoking
reason.
with
Smoke
his friends or
cigarettes.
something. Yeah, I was like, why? Why did they even have to do this like whole fucking drama with his son? Like it's so dumb.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I also lost it when in the cafe, Vijay and his daughter were just having a dance off. Like, I thought that was like, I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? The kid is having like a seizure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so should we give our
We'll just
number
rate it
ratings
now. Yeah,
if you guys have nothing left to say?
yeah, we'll just rate it.
Okay, I give it a fucking dude. Once again, I liked it more leaving the theater, but once I actually talk to you guys, the negativity in me overpowers the positivity in me, especially with movies that end like this. So I'm giving it a. I want to be fair though. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say 5 because I think it's very down the middle. Like first half is good and it's really good. Second half is so bad it just balances it out. So it's like overall a 5.
Fuck it, I'll give it a 5 too. I thought we are all being generous, but if you're giving it a 5, I'll give it a 5.
So I think I'll give it like a 4.5. So a step
Just leave
down
it
from
there.
you guys. I think the second half outweighs the first half, and that's always my problem. Leaving theater if it's like really like what the fuck just happened. I'm like, it's just I can't. It has to be below average for me a little bit. So I would say yeah, 4.5.
Mustad.
Give it a 4.5 as well. I think it's a below average movie.
Nice. But we're all like we all pretty much agreed on like all the points. So
Yeah. I mean,
no
it
like
made
crazy
fucking
things.
500 crores, so yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter what we think.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes money. All these movies, man, that are rated not great, they still make money. That's the
Yeah.
problem
It's
now
because of
versus
the hype.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's because of the hype. Like this movie had a
Yeah.
lot of hype going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if Varsu, right, if the ZTV serial can collect 300 crores, then this movie's definitely at least twice as good as that. Still average,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
right,
yeah.
so at least 600 is in the dreams. But yeah, I mean, I extremely disappointed with Lokesh. I hope, his next movie, Kaidi 2 or Vikram 2. I think it's Kaidi 2. Hopefully he returns back to form because this is just it's sad. His last two movies, you know, um or last movie was Vikram, never mind. But Master and Leo probably some of his worst movies, and both have to deal with a certain someone casted in it. So hopefully he's the reason and not Lokesh. But yeah,
I hope he returns to his Kaidi form because I think Kaidi is his best film
yeah,
of all these like LCU Master, all that stuff. So
yeah,
I hope Kaidi 2 actually like brings him back into that form.
yeah. All right, we'll review Bhagwan soon, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll get that posted. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and then leave us any suggestions you guys want to see. See you guys next time.
All right. See you guys.